Hello you beauties. So if you watched my last video you saw that everything was in the living room and I sorted out my zine cupboard. Well, I completely forgot that the old washing machine was being picked up, so guess what? There's just stuff everywhere again. My shelves are empty. The old washing machine is there, ready to be picked up. And I totally forgot. I got up this morning, I came in here and I was like, I'd forgotten that it was in this state. I've got nowhere to pack orders. Look at it. Look at it. It's just everything's everywhere. So I'm hoping that they don't take long today. They're meant to be, they like give you between 9 and 1, so it's like a massive amount of time of when they're coming, and I really don't like it when I know that people are coming but I don't know when they're coming. So yeah. There's lots to do. Let me just sit down and pop you down if I can. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, so there's lots to do. It's a busy day. Today I have got the washing machine being picked up, and then I've got to put everything back together in here, then pack orders. Then I've got the dentist. I was eating chocolate the other day and my filling came out. It's not sore or anything, it's just annoying because it's like a metal frame thing that had the filling in it. So the filling's popped out but I've still got the frame bit, which feels a bit, you keep touching it with my tongue and it's quite sharp. So I've got to go and do that today, and then post orders, and then I've got to, got an itchy ear. Hello, is that you, angel, coming into my ear? Spirit, are you there? I've totally lost. Gone. What else have I got to do? Pack orders, take them to the post office, go to the dentist. I've got lots of computer work today. It's a computery kind of day today. Not my favourite kind of days when it's all computer stuff. I like to make with fingers. And I got a full moon circle tonight for my patrons. So I'm looking forward to that, to catch up with everybody. And then tomorrow I've got brews and brushes at Sage and Time, which is teaching people to paint a full moon. So I'm excited about that as well. And then Saturday I'll just be doing catch up. Tom's at football all day on Saturday. I'll just be catching up with lots of stuff. I've got some books coming today as well. Some fiction books. So I'm excited about that. So I think I might spend Monday, have a really luxurious day on Monday in bed reading. Yeah, I think I like the sound of that. I might even get some crumpets. I do love a crumpet, you know. I love crumpets if they're toasted really well. If they're like soggy crumpets, I'm not that into them. But if they're toasted really well, yeah. I do like a crumpet. But they make my teeth feel funny. They give that like weird feeling on my teeth, which is very odd. So that's what my day is today. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired and maybe a little bit delirious because we was up late last night moving all the furniture, and I was trying to get some work done on my iPad, which was a silly thing. I should have just gone to bed. I have a routine of, not a routine, a schedule. What do you mean? And it starts in the morning, so I've got my list in the morning. Hang on, there's not in that. Of what I'm doing. So, daily manifesting practice. So gratitude, write down or say aloud 3 things you're grateful for today. Feel the energy of gratitude, fill your body, focusing on the abundance already present in your life. So I'm really grateful this morning for a delicious cup of tea that Tom made me before he went to work. It's really nice. He makes good tea. I'm also really grateful that yesterday I had a lovely day with a friend. watching the Goonies. She'd never seen it before, and to watch her watching it was such a joy. It was lovely. Really grateful for that. I'm really grateful that I get to work at home and I don't have to go out the house to a job. Really grateful that I can wear what I want, be at home in my slippers, cosy, make a brew when I want, put the telly on when I want if I want to watch some YouTube videos while I'm working. Yeah, I'm really grateful that I work from home. And then I do my affirmations. Now, when I say these affirmations and then I close my eyes and I imagine the affirmation, that the dreams come true. So I am living in my dream house in the countryside, surrounded by peace, nature and serenity. Oh my gosh, I've got a vision for it. It overlooks a lake or a fjord. It's got like woodlands around the back of it. We've got a few chickens, lots of lovely garden, an allotment area for growing veg. It's a really cute little house. I've got an outside studio at the back. I just imagine this, and I imagine different scenarios when I'm doing my affirmation. I imagine like Tom calling saying breakfast ready, and then I go back in the house because I'm walking around the garden looking at things, or I'm feeding the chickens and going, come on girls, breakfast, feeding the chickens and stuff. Or I imagine I can see myself in my studio painting, so that's really nice to do. I love that. And then my other one is, my business brings me joy, creativity and financial abundance. Money flows easily to me. Now, if you watch my last video, I was talking about money and flowing in and out like the water. Yeah, so money brings me joy, creativity and financial abundance. Money flows to me easily. When I visualise this, I imagine my bank account, and I've got 3 bank accounts in one bank, and I can see them all when I go on the app. And I imagine that there's 9,000 in each, like 999. No, not 999 like an emergency, like here in the UK. But 9,000, 9,000, 9,000, and I just go, oh. Like, I don't know where that number came from. It was the first number that came into my head when I first did this. So I was like, well, I'm just sticking with that. I just love it. I have the freedom to explore, rest and embark on new adventures whenever I desire. For this one, I always imagine Tom at the car going, come on, we're going to go. And me packing stuff in the back of the car, and then we just drive. And wherever that takes us for whatever fantasy I'm having in that morning. It could be like to Scotland, stay in a log cabin. Or it could be like to an old bookshop. It could anything, just like an adventure. I absolutely love spending time with Tom. Like, I feel so grateful that I've got a partner who's my best friend, and that we have fun together, and that we laugh a lot, and that we love simple things, like even if it's just taking the dog for a walk on the beach or something really simple, or going to a new shop to get something. I don't know, say like, I don't know. We went to I think it was Dunelm Mill. I wanted some net curtains for in here, and we went to Dunelm Mill. We've never been before. It sounds ridiculous, and we just walked around looking at things. After a bit, we were both pretty energy zapped because of the people in there, but it was so nice to just like look at things together and just be a bit silly. So I'm really grateful that I have a partner that loves just doing things like that with me. And it's not about like going to shops, I don't mean that, but I'm just saying simple things, doing really simple ordinary things can be really nice as well. As well as big adventures like going on holiday somewhere or something. But yeah, I love that. And then, so I visualise each statement as if it's already true. Feeling those emotions as if I'm experiencing it now. And then at the end of the day, we have this little evening thing that we do before we go to sleep. We tell each other what the best bits of the day has been, what we're grateful for. And I recorded a bedtime story. So, controversial incoming. I'm just going to grab my tea. just need some of my tea. So my controversial incoming is, I'd seen a thing on Stephanie Rose Freeman, she's called. She's an artist on Instagram. Really love her stuff. She'd asked ChatGPT, I always call it GBT, I don't know why. She'd asked ChatGPT about, she told it all about her dream life, and then got it to write a day in the dream life. I thought, I'm going to try that. So I did. I wrote all my dream life out, and it's got a memory now, so it kind of knows what you put in there already. So it's got a memory of what I already like, which sounds crazy. And I never thought in a million years, me that loves analogue stuff so much, I'm such a, are they called Luddites, where they're like, they don't like technology stuff, is that what they're called? I'm a really weird creature because I flipping love stuff like my old sewing machine from 1926 and my old typewriter from like the 1940s and stuff like that, and record players and records, and you know, like I'm a proper old-fashioned kind of girl in that way. But also I flipping love technology, not in the way of like being a geek. Tom's a proper technology geek, like he loves learning about geeky stuff. I'm not bothered how it works. As long as it works, I'm not, do you know what I mean? I'm not bothered. So I'm weird because never in a million years, I would never have an Alexa in my house, ever. I would never have anything like that. I hate Siri in the car. I'm like, it makes me really mad. It's weird. But anyway, but yeah, I really love ChatGPT because you can ask it stuff and it can feed back to you. So it can act as like a financial advisor or a mentor, or you know, you can say act like the boss of a really good company that's ethical and that's making loads of profit. You know, what advice would that boss give me to implement in my business? Stuff like that. It's really helpful. That's going around the houses. But let's get back to the dream day. Okay, so my dream day, I put it in what my dream life was. I said, make me a dream day. It did, and I was like, I don't like this bit, can we tweak this bit? Did it again, got it to do another one, a different day in the life of the dream day. And I was reading, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And then I was like, because of the affirmations and the gratitude and the manifesting and all this kind of stuff, I know how powerful it is. I said, create my dream life into a bedtime story. So it made a bedtime story, and then I used my dictaphone on my phone and recorded it on my phone, and then each night after we've said our things that we're grateful for and what we've liked in the day, we listen to this bedtime story. So it's my voice that I've recorded listening to this bedtime story about us living our dream life, and it's so good. It's so good to fall asleep to that, listening to like just something amazing, because we often listen to meditations and night stories and stuff like that anyway to fall asleep to, but to actually have it as your own voice and actually hearing your own dream life, it's brilliant. It's just really brilliant. I mean, at first it was really cringy because I was like, I can't remember what it's called. See, I listen to it every night and I don't even remember what it's called. I don't know, but I was like trying to do it in a really relaxing voice, like, this is the dream life of Tom and Ruby. And then I was like, that's really awful. But yeah, it's been such a lovely thing to do, a really lovely thing to do. Yeah, so I thought I'd just share that because it's something that I like to do. Now, I do have a timetable. Sounds weird, timetable, like when you're at school. I do have a timetable plan to not stick to rigidly, because I can't stick to anything, but to guide me through the day. And I think morning routine is really important. So for example, last night we went to bed late, which just meant that I've got up late. Tom got up normal time because he's gone to work, but I got up later And my normal routine's messed up because, as you've seen, the room's a tip, and I'm a little bit on edge because these people are coming at some point. But still, I still want to do my morning routine even though it's later in the day, because I think it's important. Those moments of self-care practice and tuning in and stuff are super important for me to ground and for me to set the day up in the right way, I suppose. And I know that if I get up and I rush straight into work, then my head's not had time to awaken and catch up. And if I think I shared it on a short, where in the morning I go out in the garden and do tapping, which is really nice. And to get that first light of outside is really important to do before you go on your phone or, you know, on any kind of blue light equipment. So I just wanted to share that, what I do, a little bit about my morning routine, about where I'm at today and what I'm doing. I've been learning all sorts. I'm always learning. And I've been learning about called New Wave YouTube. Have you seen it? Just search it if you've not seen it. It's pretty cool. It's like it's very slow, lots of amazing lighting, like really nice lighting, and it's just very different from the old videos on YouTube. Yeah, I've been learning it, and it's a lot of young people, and I love learning of young people because they know what's at right now. And I learnt off a guy, I can't remember his name, and it was lighting for your video. Obviously I've not taken it on board because look how fuzzy it is in here today. That's because I've not got the big light on. We've not got any light on. I just thought, do you know what, just got my brew, my morning brew. I'm just going to come and chat to you for like half an hour or something, just to set up the day in case you want to have a little chat with me. But it was really interesting how he was saying how different lighting can impact your videos, and I thought that was just really brilliant. So yeah, I would love to hear what your morning routine is if you have one, and if you don't have one, would you think about implementing one? What would you do to implement a morning routine? Because I have found it's been really life-changing for me. It really has. And it can sound all airy-fairy, and I know a lot of people will say, well, I don't have time for a morning routine, it's alright for you, you work from home. But Tom has a morning routine and he works a full-time job out the house. He just gets up earlier and does it in the morning, you know, before he has to get up ready for work. And I know with little children it's lots different, much different. Like when I think about when my boys were tiny, trying to have a morning routine. Yeah, but I could have maybe got up half an hour earlier and had some alone time, but I needed the sleep, you know, because you know what it's like when you've got little ones, it's exhausting. So maybe the morning routine for mums that have got little ones would be doing it while they have a nap, while they have a morning nap, just having that little time to just not do the chores, not do all the other stuff. Take that time out for yourself and yeah, do your own little morning routine when the kids are napping or while they're watching a movie or something, I don't know. on. So it's really lovely to see new faces, which is wonderful, and a couple of old faces. Not old like your old biddies, just like, I know I've seen you before. I'll talk about what's happening in the planets, and then we'll do a meditation. I've done a meditation journey to take you on, and then after the meditation you'll do a bit of journaling, so make sure you've got a notebook and pen handy for your little journaling bit, and yeah, so we'll just have a nice time, a nice couple of hours together. I think there's something, I don't know what it is, I think everybody's kind of singing off the same hymn sheet, be nice to each other, be kind, you know, that kind of thing. I think I'm more connected to nature and that than any, like something in the sky, but I think there's something, but I don't, I'm not sure. So tonight we've got the full moon in Aries, which is a fiery energy. So we've got the this one, cool your emotions. So it's all bold, fiery, action orientated. Maybe clashing of communication a little bit is going on around this time, and it's obviously because it's a full moon, it's, you know, the new start. We're going to let go of all that stuff, and we're going to think about what we're going to call in. It's a time for action, so you might feel motivated to take charge, to pursue things, to really, I think we're coming to that point in the year. And I think this happens every year, where we're kind of like, oh, the year's nearly ended. Oh, I've not done all the things that I wanted to do. Like, this is I always find this around this time. People are wanting to change things up and make big decisions, because it's almost like we're running out of time at the end of the year, you know, to try and figure out what we need to call in. And of course, that's the normal year, not the magical year. So it's all about embracing your power and harnessing that energy and that power that you've got within you to think, right, what is it now? If I'm going to stand up and say what I really want, what I really need, what's my highest good, this is a really good moon to do it on, and to really tune into what you don't want to take forward, you know, in the next few months. What do you want to let go of? And also be patient with yourself as well, because it's great to make changes, but I think when we make changes, sometimes that can impact everything else around us, especially if we're doing work on ourselves and the people that we live with are not doing that same kind of work, and it's very unbalancing for them to be like, what's happening here, you know, because you're changing and you're growing, and they're staying the same. So communication is really important. And we're going to start by doing some deep breathing. So we're just going to breathe in, I'm going to breathe out and let it go. We're going to breathe in, I'm going to breathe out and let the day go. This is your time now. One more breath in. And just let it all go. Everything that's happened today now, we're just going to leave that behind, and this is our time. This is your time just to have for yourself. And I want you to start feeling your toes relaxing down, your feet, your calves, all relaxing down now. Imagine any stress and tension just dripping out of your toes into the ground. Know that the strength of the moon and the energy of Aries will stay with you as you are brave to walk this new path. Lovely. I know, when I was doing the first bit, I felt myself getting like more and more relaxed, and then I was like, you better sort yourself out because I'll be nodding off. And I have done that. I've done that in a meditation before. I held a women's circle in person, and I thought, to get really into it, I'm going to lie down with everybody else, and I was talking, and then I nodded off, But thankfully when I woke up nobody had realised. They just thought I was pausing for a little bit. Never again. What inner blocks do I have and how can I let go of them? I always liken it to years ago when I was younger and I had depression. It's like I'd go in a deep pit and then I'd be like right up and right down and right up, and now it's kind of just level. There's a couple of interesting things that I want you to ponder on. So sometimes we're very me, and that's you, and a lot of the time we are all about the giving, and our me kind of gets on the back burner a little bit. Calling in Athena. So Athena is a warrior goddess, and we can call in her to give us courage and strength, asking her for the courage to work through emotions, see how we can transmute that and move it through us and stuff. And she can transmute that energy. heart is so full because last night I taught a painting workshop, and I've never done it in that way before. It was like a step by step, and this is what we painted. Some full moon canvases. Yeah, I've never done it in that way before, where it's step by step. You do this bit and then that bit. It's really interesting, and the ladies that came did such beautiful work. I was like, oh, this is so good. And it was in Cindy's lovely basement in where her shop is, Sage and Time in Lancaster. We did it in the basement. It was brilliant. So today I was feeling really sleepy because I had a late night, and I was meant to be prepping all day for my workshop tomorrow, but we've decided to cancel the workshop tomorrow because of the weather. There's some storm coming apparently. I don't know. I don't even know what the weather's doing till I open the curtains and go, oh, oh, it's nice. Oh, it's rainy. Oh, it's windy. So that's been cancelled. So that meant I've got a whole free day to myself because Tom's gone to football. A couple of friends came this morning, brought me these gorgeous roses. I need to put them in my vase. Look how lovely they are. So I've got the whole day to myself, and I was like, oh, this is new. So there's lots of work that I could be getting on with, but I think I'm actually going to have a bit of a nice, cosy, kind of just relaxing day. But it's really interesting because I was just on my phone for about an hour watching videos, and I started to feel guilty. I started to feel really guilty, like, what are you doing? Why are you sat here watching videos for an hour? Get up, do something, be productive. And I was just like, do you know what? It's fine. I'm allowed to have a little bit of downtime. But I tell you what is interesting, and I wonder if you feel the same. When I've been watching videos on like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, like one after the other, my eyes start going blurry. Like now I've stopped on the phone, but I've cut my finger. That's why my little lion plaster on it. My eyes have started to, it's like I can't focus or something. And I think it's, my glasses are filthy. That doesn't help easy, does it? But it isn't that. It isn't just my glasses. I think it's the constant movement that your eyes are like focusing on this movement, on something so close. And now I've took them off, I'm a bit like, what's going on? Whoa. So yeah, I wonder if you get that as well. And it feels like that means that that's actually not good for you. Like if it's making your eyes weird, it's not actually good for you. So I think today is just going to be a really cosy day. I've been absolutely loving listening to your reading. I've been absolutely loving reading your comments that you've been sending me. You've been sending me emails and messages and comments all about how much you love it when I do videos, which is fantastic because I really love making them as well. I mean, I could talk the hind legs off a donkey. I could just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about nonsense. And I frequently do. So to hear that you actually enjoy it is just, it's really nice actually. It's really, really lovely. And it's something that I never thought I would do. I mean, if you go back on my YouTube channel, there is, my first video I think was 2016. So it's been 8 years of making videos. And in that first video, I was so cringy. I was so shy. I didn't really know what I was doing, what I was saying. I was a little bit intimidated by the camera. And yeah, just being me, fully being me on video, it was really weird. And I remember before that, I'd tried to record a video. I'd gone to my friend's and I had a walk down. It was like a canal. It was really nice. And I walked down there on my own with my phone, and I sat on a bench and I started recording this video, and I was like, oh, and I'm just in the woods. Like, and then people came and I was like, oh, turn it off. Really embarrassed. And now I don't mind. I just walk down the street, just chatting away to the, do you know, like, so yeah, 8 years of confidence building, growing and changing, and so much has happened in 8 years when I think about it. We've moved house 4 times in 8 years. We've moved to a completely different city. I've done a degree. I've opened a community art space, closed a community art space. Yeah, just loads has happened in 8 years. When you think of 8 years, it can either seem like a long time or quite a short time. And it always surprises me when I reflect back on what I've been doing and how have I got where I've got now, and all that kind of stuff. And some people don't actually really change or move on or grow in that way. They're just quite happy. Like my mum was quite happy just doing the same kind of stuff all the time, and I find that really weird. And I mean, if that's what you do and you're happy doing that, do you know what I mean? That's totally all right. But I'm always trying to improve things in some way, or not just improve, like be a better version of me. Be a more of a better version of me, for me mainly, and for my partner, and to show up in the world. So I feel like I've had like loads of lifetimes within a lifetime, and my lifetimes, when I think of them, are always in sections of where I've lived. So like when I lived in a flat, it was this life, and when I lived in this house, it was this life, and this, in that, I'm not very good at remembering dates of things, and I get my timeline gets jumbled up with what happened when. But when I think of what houses I've lived in, like, or where I've been at that point, I can remember the timeline of it. So that's really interesting. I was talking to my friend about it the other week, and she said she remembers it in boyfriends and husbands. So her timeline is different boyfriends and husbands, and mine's like different houses. But yeah, always trying to grow, always trying to improve, always trying to just really take advantage of this life, because we know that life can be really short, and there's just so much. There's too many things. There's like so many things that I want to cram into it all, and sometimes, like today, you've just got to be like, do you know what? You're a little bit tired. Just take it slow. And this morning, I was carrying a big canvas down the stairs, which is what my friend had come to pick up, and I fell. Thankfully, only halfway, and it was more of a bump and a slip down rather than a tumble, because I had hold of this canvas. And I know that when I get really clumsy like that, that's when I'm tired and I shouldn't be doing extra stuff. So it's a beautiful sunny day today. It's really gorgeous outside. And like I say, apparently a storm's coming tomorrow. And I did think, do you know what, you should take Badger out to the park, go and have a walk or something to the park. But because Tom's not here, because Tom's gone to football, I'm actually going to wait till he comes home, because I know how clumsy I get. I've already walked into a stool, bashed my arm on a door. Like I just get too clumsy when I'm tired. So I'm just going to carry on tidying away a few bits from last night from the workshop, and just have a really cosy downtime kind of day. I've got lots of books that I've been meaning to read and not got round to. So I'm going to make myself a brew, get some books out, and just settle for today. So this has been a weird kind of video, because in the beginning I was like, oh, I need to be specific. This video's got to be specific about morning routine, or what I do. And then actually, as the time's progressed and I've been videoing different bits of things, it's just kind of progressed in this week of like a weekly vlog, I suppose. Now I know all the cool kids on YouTube say vlogs are out, nobody wants to sit and watch and listen to vlogs anymore. They want specific stuff, and I do love specific stuff if I want to learn something. Say like, I don't know, I wanted to learn the best lighting for a dark room, for example. And if I searched YouTube for that, I don't want somebody to tell me about the life story and then get round to the thing. I just want it to be, this is what you do, this is the best, like get on with it. But I also love, at the same time, watching and listening to other people just living the life. Now, I don't know if this is a generational thing, like I'm 48, and I like these more calming kind of chats, to see what's going on, to look at somebody's studio, to, all that kind of stuff. So I really like that. And by the comments and stuff that I've been getting lately and the messages, it seems like you really like that too. So I think it'd feel inauthentic if I suddenly was just did all specific things, if that makes sense. Some things obviously need to be more specific than others, but this has just been, the week as it's been. And actually I quite like thinking that in 8 years' time, if this platform's still going by then, that I would love to look back and go, oh, what did you do then? And watch. Often, this sounds really silly, but often Tom and I look back through old videos. So like when Stanley died, our other little dog, we went back through all the old YouTube videos because he was in them. And it was so lovely just to see him in the videos. And I think what a blessing this is that we can leave for our kids. That, just to think that if my mum had videoed stuff and I could see her talking on the camera and, all that stuff, it'd be so lovely. I don't have any of that. I've just got some pictures. And yeah, I just think that it's such a blessing to be able to have this space to just come on and talk, share what we're doing. And then, future me can go, oh, look what he was like then. Like when I've looked back at the 2016 video and I was like, oh, bless your heart. He was just so eager and keen to just try something different, but so nervous and just no confidence. So yeah, it's lovely. Let's walk in the autumn. Oh, it's wonky.
Oh, the bridge that you do.
So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you can, and if you've got a friend that you think might like this video, please pass it on to them, because I'd really like to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you've got a friend what you think might like my videos, yeah, please just send it to them and give this a watch. I'd really appreciate that. And of course, if you don't, that's totally fine. I'm just glad you're here. So have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week, whatever you're doing, whatever's happening at the weekend, you know, whatever you come up with, yeah, and try and get in that flow, that beautiful flow. And I will see you soon.